Holy moly.
Good purchase.
Go! Oh! Hey guys, welcome back to We Should Golf. My name is Jake, and as always, it's a pleasure to have you with us. Hey, make sure that you click that subscribe button, hit the notifications bell. We've got so much good content coming up, but none better than today. We've got, not Alan, unless Alan grew a ginger beard and got a little bit younger.
A lot younger.
A lot younger.
Yeah.
Alan's actually behind the camera, and prayers for Alan would actually be appreciated right now. He did something to his back about 2 weeks ago, which is why we haven't been cranking out content. He's feeling good enough to hold the gimbal today, but we definitely need him back and recuperated. But Koty is here. We actually, you came over about a month ago? 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
He actually needed some new irons, and I'll throw a close-up of this bad boy, but Wilson 7-iron Sam Snead Blue Ridge. Yeah, needless to say, I don't know how long Sam Snead hasn't been with us. He is a legend, but his clubs live on still in Koty's bag. At least they did. It was
Until today,
which is super sick. I've actually wanted to hit some Takomo irons for a long time, and we have with us here the Takomo irons. What are those, the 101Ts, I think?
101T.
I'll tell you, I'm not a professional club fitter by any means, but what's cool about having a golf sim is you can actually get data. So we threw a sticker on his club and got the data off of the Bushnell Launch Pro. He hit 15, 20 shots last time, maybe even a few more than that. And then he hit my clubs just for a kind of a rough idea of what shaft he would want. And from Takomo, there's a ton of options as far as custom fitting and everything else, and I think we've got him dialed. So let's unbox these bad boys officially and then get Koty on the Bushnell here and get some numbers and see how close we got to getting a perfect fit. Hey guys, so like I said, we've got the Sam Snead old school Wilson iron. He's gonna hit a couple for us just so we can get a baseline understanding of where he was before we ordered these Takomos. And then he's gonna do his first Takomo swings on camera, live. Be kind to his golf swing. How many times have you golfed in the last 2 years?
Including last week, like 6.
Okay, so we're getting back into it, which is why he's got these new clubs, getting excited. It's always hard to put your swing out on YouTube for everybody else. Are you nervous about that?
I don't know what I'm doing anyways, so any tips are probably helpful.
Okay, drop them in the comments below if you got a swing tip, but let's see him swing a couple times here. Look at that.
Who needs new clubs?
86 club speed, 101 ball speed. And there's that speed we were talking about. That's going to be even faster.
That's where I get twisty.
Almost 90. Just pounded. Green's a little soft. Do those shafts have a flex on them? Do they say?
0 to K is the only thing I'm seeing that's any kind of number.
It's got to be a regular flex.
Matched flex.
Okay.
Light steel.
There we go, light. That's key word there. So light is going to be regular.
Made in the USA.
Stars and bars, baby.
No tariffs.
Yahtzee. Oh,
Did I skull that?
That one's going on Instagram.
Black Hawk down.
Black Hawk down.
Did I skull that? What'd that hit? Well, now people actually believe that I don't golf. So, one of us. One of. Same thing.
Okay. So these clubs, the grip is bald. It's like a bald tire. I mean, you have to grip onto it so hard to make sure you don't let go of it that, it's causing so much tension, I think. A. B, you have a ton of speed. I mean, we'll pull the data up right now so that people can see it, but 90 mile an hour club speed, 115 ball speed, and you're not really making solid contact because these irons are very unforgiving. Obviously, with your swing speed, we went with an extra stiff shaft, and you're an athlete. I mean, you played college football, and you've got enough swing speed and body agility and all that stuff to swing the heavier, stiffer shaft. So let's grab the 7-iron. So it's KBS Tour 130 gram X stiff. So it's going to feel much, much different.
It's definitely heavier.
Definitely heavier, which is going to be good. It's going to help you get maybe a little bit more awareness of where the club face is. It's going to be, I think, just a little bit easier for you to square up. So
The mid-size grips do feel really nice though.
yeah, that's the other thing is you've got big hands like I do, so the mid-sized grips are going to be helpful. But just enjoy this. I think this first one's going to be, it's going to be cool to see how it goes.
We're gonna find out. Probably should aim straight to be helpful.
Boom. Holy moly.
Good purchase.
All right, demo's over.
And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Look at that. 92, 117. Holy moly.
Carry.
It went straight.
Carry 166, total 169. Look at the spin number, 64. That's so sick.
So that's good.
Yeah, it's really good. A little thin. And look, that one went right. You never go right. You've
All right.
always been to the left. Mm-hmm. Which is because those shafts were too light for you.
Yeah,
So you
that
were
they were-
able to turn so quick. These ones, you're going to be able to time it up a lot better. Oh my goodness.
It feels so much better. Oh my goodness.
That's gotta be 180.
176 carry, 186 total.
Dude. And you just, that's the third time you saw it. Fourth time. You just wait till you take a bunch of strokes with these things, man.
94
This is
mile an hour
fun.
club speed. You're almost at 100 mile an hour club speed with a 7-iron. It's so sick. So that
There's
was
my
the,
left,
That
yep.
was the one that would have gone way left though. That one's just left of the green, right?
Yeah, no, because I can feel there's a certain, I think that goes first.
Yeah.
That after I know I'm turning on it a certain way.
But this one isn't quite as easy to
Yeah.
full snap turn because
Yeah.
it's got a better weight.
It doesn't want to snap.
Yep. There we go. Holy Moses. Okay, so describe the feeling that you have with those when you hit one solid versus your last irons.
Honestly, it just feels more connected. Like it feels like I'm actually more in control of what's going on. And I didn't know I was missing that. Like I've kind of just swung to hit the ball. Yeah. Like I just hit as hard as I can and hope it goes. But it actually feels like I can feel what's happening with it more. Yeah. Like I feel like I know where I'm at. Yeah. Like even that one that I hit, I felt like the face was a little more open. Yeah. Which I think with the other ones, how they're bendy, I wasn't sure. And some of my other clubs in there, like the 4-iron, I wouldn't know how it's gonna bend on me. It feels a lot more forgiving for sure. Yeah, and the sim is so nice because if I'm at a range, I don't know what the heck is going on. Yeah, I'm like, it's over there, it's past the red one by the blue one, but not that one.
Let me bust out my rangefinder and see.
Yeah, so you never know. And then the ball also has a chunk out of it, so you never know.
My goodness.
It feels just
That one was crushed.
smooth.
Okay, so we're looking at the direct comparison here. We did normalize the data a little bit. After normalizing this, I mean, you can see the difference here that fitting for new irons did. So iron is going to be his old one, those Sam Sneads, and the J7i, I was too lazy to create a new label for the new Takomos. That's going to be his new set right there. Right away, I mean, look at the ball speed, right? Huge jump there. He's launching it higher with more spin. That's a great number for spin for a 7-iron. I mean, it could be a little higher, but I think that's fairly solid, especially with the amount of golf that Koty's played. I mean, it's going to only get better and better. Side angle, obviously a little bit bigger dispersion, or I guess standard deviation there of 2, but check out the carry numbers. Okay, 151 with the old ones, 171, that's 20-yard jump there. And obviously because there was less spin, he did have more rollout with the old ones, but we want a 7-iron to stop and land on a green. So that's fantastic. And then if we look at the club data, he's hitting this one much more solid. I think the efficiency ratio will go up, right? As the more he practices, the better his swing gets. But obviously he's able to swing it, feel more comfortable going at it. With obviously almost a 4 mile an hour, actually more than a 4 mile an hour difference. And the deviation was a lot better, where it's right around 1 mile an hour there. Club path coming in much more neutral, minus 3.3 on the old iron versus minus 2.3, which is fantastic. And then attack angle is about the same. I think you'd obviously want that attack angle to be a little bit steeper, but that will come with time and with practice and everything else. But overall, I mean, I'm thrilled with the difference there. All right, guys, so I'm gonna hit a couple here with my 7-iron, my Mizuno. These are maybe short-lived in my bag. I've got some new ones coming next week. Long story, but I can't leave well enough alone. So these have a Modus 3 Nippon shaft, X Flex. They've been soft stepped twice, so I like a little bit of a smoother feel. But these are the Mizuno 223, MP223s, I guess I should say. So, you know, they're going to be a cavity back with a little bit of forgiveness in them. And I do play the blades, the 221s, I think they are, in the 8, 9, and pitching wedge. But I'm going to be curious to see, you know, what the difference in feel is, also distance, and then given his 130X gram or 130X KBS shafts, completely different profile than these Modus. I'm going to be really interested to see what the differences are for numbers. I don't swing it as fast as Koty, so it's not. I'm not going to try and match that. It's in my head. I am envious of how fast he can swing it, and we're going to start doing some speed training here soon. Again, more on that later. But for now, let's do like, I don't know, 4 or 5 shots and get kind of an understanding of the differences there, and give you my opinion on the Takomo irons. There's one. Another good one. A little short. Kind of loosening up here. There's one. It's hard to argue with that dispersion pattern, though.
I was just going to comment on that. Yeah, you hit all of those literally within 5 feet of each other.
That's crazy.
I found something on my swing on Saturday, I'll tell you that. Go in. Oh! All right, well, we're going to leave it at that for those 5. The Takomos have some work to do, damn it. That was awesome. Okay, so got some work to do for the Takomos after that 5. That was pretty good. Takomo, these are the, like I said, iron 101Ts. So really excited to hit these with those KBS shafts. It's been a minute since I've hit some KBS shafts. Another thing to keep in mind, these are obviously standard length. That was what fit Koty best. We just did a little bit of measuring, and he hit my 1/2-inch long irons. I kind of felt like he was getting stuck a little bit with them being so long. So obviously he swung them really well. So these are going to be a little bit short for me, so I'm not sure about the distances, but I feel like I can go after it with these shafts right away because they're a lot more stout feeling than mine. But we'll see what happens. That's a little bit more distance.
I think so.
Yeah, 83 club speed. Spin was about the same, maybe a little bit more. Club path was perfect, in to out, 0, 0.
You're on the money right now.
I mean, I think you're just dialed.
Yeah.
Period. That might go in the hole.
See, that one I felt like I had heel, and I feel like on the Mizuno, that wouldn't have ended up as good as that one. So this one's definitely more forgiving. That one was off the heel, a classic shot that I would have just seen squirt right and go really short. I was actually able to save that there. I love these. I mean, the feel is great.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Look what you've done, Koty.
little thin, but look what that does. See, I feel like, again, that would have just died with the Mizuno. That would have died with the Mizuno. But it went straight and short. That was the dead pull left, but still stayed. Damn, these feel good. Okay, so looking at the data here, I'll tell you, I feel dialed with my irons right now, and Koty and Alan were gassing me up, so I'm gonna refuse to listen to it, but I'll accept the compliments. A lot of work has gone into the swing today, because last week I told Alan I wanted to quit. You know, irons for me, with my standard iron, again, it's the same thing as my as Koty and I's. Iron is my old iron, and then the J7i is the new one, the Takomo. Ball speed was you know, a little bit lower with mine, which isn't surprising. Those new Takomos, they've got a ton of technology built into them, and although those Mizunos are, you know, they're part of the newer models of Mizunos, I think they're only 2 or 3 years old, they're just not going to have the speed and the help, you know, from that the Takomos does, which is awesome. You know, I like the predictability of my Mizunos. Like, I know they're going to go a certain yardage, especially if I hit it good or bad. And I know the miss with those, if I hit it off the toe or the heel, I know it's going to be short, either right or left, and I can kind of account for that based on how I'm swinging it during the day. But you know, launch angle a little bit higher with mine, which I guess isn't that surprising. I mean, it's marginal, right? It's very close, but you know, with those Modus shafts being sop stepped twice, I feel like they are going to kind of kick up a little bit, but spin is down, and this is something that I'm fighting quite a bit, is I need a little bit more spin to get that higher launch that will actually kind of peak height, I guess, because I am launching it a little higher with my current set, but with the Takomos, it does go peak height a little bit further. Obviously, we can see the carry too, so 155 carry with mine, 160 with the Takomo, and then 165 total on mine, 166. So that spin will carry it a little bit further, but also, you know, because of the extra roll that I'm getting from having less spin with mine, I'll get that total distance up to about the same. To be honest, the Takomo would be more desirable for me. I'd like to be able to land that further and have it roll less. Taking a look at the club data, efficiency, I'm a little bit more efficient with my own iron, which isn't surprising. I've kind of got that dialed. I feel in a good spot with it. But the club head speed, obviously quicker with the Takomo. Path is an interesting one. I seem to be coming a little bit more from the inside with the Mizuno, whereas the path on the Takomos was pretty much bang on. Super interesting. I wonder if that has to do with the length of the iron, and maybe I need to choke up a little bit more, or look at the half-inch extended thing again. I'm a tall guy, but I have a long torso and not very long arms, so you know it's kind of tricky to fit me for length and loft, but I've had multiple different fitters give me multiple different opinions, and this is kind of where having a sim and being able to experiment is super helpful. And then the attack angle. I was obviously a little bit steeper with the Takomo, again, probably length related, but 4 to 5 on a 7-iron, both pretty good, pretty in the ballpark. Just kind of taking one last look at that dispersion pattern. I hit 5 of the most perfect shots with that Mizuno right in a row. I mean, I could have landed those on a car hood. And then, you know, I had a couple with the KBS, I think, that got a little loose from left to right. But that extra distance is something that makes me consider, at least carry distance, you know, maybe if I was in the market for irons, those Takomos are a great fit. Alan is shaking his head. No, you're not in the market for irons. But, you know, honestly, I always am. I mean, there's a thing called being a club hoe. I'm a club hoe. It just is what it is.
You are indeed.
I'm a certified golf WRX club hoe. Drop it in the comments if you are too, if you love golf clubs. Honestly, if space wasn't the limiting factor, I'd probably have like 7 or 8 sets. And I will someday. Once WSBG or once WSG, We Should Golf, has a warehouse, we will have a whole wall full of clubs that we're testing just for you. Really, it's only for you, right? It's not for me or Alan or for our friends. It's all for you. Okay, guys, so I think after those tests, I can confidently say Takomo is real deal. I mean, those things are so sick. They feel great. I think the forgiveness that's in there, the ball speeds are a little quicker, which is awesome. And you're happy, right?
I'm very happy.
And that's all that matters, ultimately, right? I
Feel confident.
Confident. And let's talk about the price. So we all know how expensive golf clubs have gotten. You know, I bought these Mizunos 2 years ago. I think for the 4 through pitching wedge on these, I was into them about $1,400, which is how much irons are these days. It just is what it is. I did Modus obviously Tour 120Xs, and then these Golf Pride MCC Plus 4 mid-size grips. These, like I said, $1,400. Those ones, okay, KBS shafts, so great shaft still a premium shaft. Lampkin mid-size grips, so similar grip, maybe not as fancy with all these different textures and then the extra wraps under here. And you kind of are iffy on the grips at this point.
Yeah, I think I'd want a little more kind of, I think I'd like more of a groove than a general pattern.
Yeah.
I think that's just my sports background, having like a football or basketball, like something that feels like laces-ish.
Yeah.
Or even like a baseball bat, a similar kind.
But grips are easy to replace, right? I can do those for you in the garage with my stuff real quick.
Real easy.
And you know, you'll have some time to get used to those. If you end up not liking them, you can change them out. Bottom line is, he's into these for what, half of what I paid for this? Less than half?
Yeah, with shipping, all in under 800.
Yeah, which is insane.
We unboxed these today.
Yeah, I mean,
brand new.
That's as good as it can get. I mean, you're talking about used club, you know, used 2, 3, 4-year-old, you know, that has all the signs of wear like mine do, you know, a little bit of scrape, some dirt, some sandy ball marks on the face. I've got ball marks all over the face because I never hit the center besides today. So, I mean, I can't highly recommend Takomo enough as somebody who's swung a lot of golf clubs and a lot of irons. Those ones feel fantastic. And for somebody like Koty, who, you know, really was looking forward to his own very first brand new set of golf clubs, you know, the unboxing experience, having Takomo drop a hat and a towel in there too.
Yeah.
Really cool surprise.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. I threw in a couple of gloves. I mean, bought them. They didn't throw them in.
Yeah.
You know, sponsor us.
Sure.
No, like having an experience like open a pair of clubs. I don't know enough about golf, my swing. Seems like 1,000 different brands when you're first jumping into this.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't even know where to start, where to even pivot looking online. Like, oh, this is like kind of good, and they're 5 years old, but they're good enough.
Yeah.
Just knowing like I can essentially choose what I need from a very simple fitting that we did a couple weeks ago, and go online, select all the adjustments, and then be customized and shipped in a couple weeks, show up, open them, and have like my first set of irons. Feels really special. Yeah, it's really awesome just actually having something that's mine. Like, I don't know, anytime you like finally get something that's yours the first time, it's special. So
yeah, no doubt.
I'm excited.
And I would say this too. They have a ton of, if you don't have a sim setup, which if you don't and you want one, we've got a ton of videos in a playlist I'll link right now of us setting up our simulator in the garage. We'll take you step by step. Obviously, Carl's Place makes enclosures that are fantastic. We have links in the description for everything we've used to build those. But that's the benefit of the sim, right? Like I can have somebody like Koty over. We can take a look at his swing, take a look at his clubs, and get some simple numbers. And then the fitting, although be it not like a tour level fitting, it's good enough where we can match him up and then find something that works like you saw today. But if you don't have that at your disposal, you don't have a range, you can't make it to a fitting, you know, Takomo does have a tool on their website that allows you to go in, plug in your average 7 iron, you know, yardage, plug in your handicap, all that different stuff, and then it will give you an idea of the club that you should be looking at. And then further than that, you can do some research, watch YouTube videos like this one, and get an idea of where you want to be. So check out Takomo. We'll link them in the description. We're not affiliated with them in any sort of way yet, hopefully. Takomo, Grant, if you're watching, we'd love to have you on board the We Should Golf team. As you said, sponsor us, right? To wrap the video up very eloquently, we were watching the Masters on Sunday and texting back and forth, just like blown away at what Rory did. I'm not gonna lie, as a grown man, I cried when Rory won. I cried when Tiger won in 2019, and I'm not a crier, especially when he went and hugged Charlie. That was such a touching moment with his dad. Having that moment in 97, I think it was, when he won his first one, and then for that full circle moment. But when Rory hit the ground after the playoff hole, you almost, like, just as a man, sensed the relief. It was more relief, and he said that in his press conference, than joy. And then the joy came after. The craziest shot of the whole tournament, in my opinion, was the shot on 15 from behind the trees, the 7-iron he hit. So Koty was discussing, we were talking about that, and I was like, well, why don't we try and recreate that shot just for fun? Not gonna lie, I don't know. Koty doesn't know how to hit a draw, so I'm gonna try and give him some pointers to see if he can hit it. I have come out and attempted this. I hit the Takomo 7-iron further than mine, my Mizuno one. So I'm gonna try it with a 7-iron. If I can't get there with a 7-iron, we're gonna try it with a 6-iron. I do know how to hit a draw. Whether I can do it on command for you at home, that's a different story. But let's give it a couple tries. Maybe we'll let Koty go first, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay, so how I've learned to hit a draw is, there's two ways that the ball's controlled, right? So it's club path and club face. So a slice, you're obviously coming across it, either with an open face or maybe a slightly closed face. There's different ways to do it. But if I wanted to hit a slice, which would be stupid with these trees, right? Like I would do my best to try and come across it and kind of chop at it. So if you're hitting a slice and it comes across like that, with a draw, you want to hit it so it comes across like that. So with this shot, I would set up just a little bit closed, aim towards the left. I would have my club face just a little bit open, encouraging, because I think Tiger always says it, the way where the club face is pointed, it addresses where the ball's going to start, as long as you can return it to that. Obviously, with this shot, I want it to start right and come left. So I'm going to go closed with my stance. Club face is just going to be a little open, and I'm going to feel like I'm coming from the inside, and I'm going to have to really swing at this thing to get it to go that yardage, but we're going to see. That's the swing.
It's got to snap more.
Just got to snap more. Okay, why don't you try and hit a
What do you want, 5-7?
hit your 7, because I think you can get it there with the 7. Okay, so like I said, so with this, you want to feel like you've got your stance kind of aimed, your stance like that way.
So I'm up. So my hip. So if I'm gonna swing normal,
Yep.
my
You're
hips
square.
stay, but my feet move, or my hips are moving.
The whole thing. So if I'm trying to hit a straight ball, my entire body is aligned square.
Yeah.
So my feet are aimed towards the target. My knees are aimed towards, square, so relatively straight.
Yeah.
And my shoulders are the same way. Club face is the same. Okay.
Okay.
If I want to hit a draw, I'm aimed just a tad bit more left, which that just means that I'm kind of got this foot a little bit further back than this one, visually. Basically, swing along your body line. So swing out to the left.
Where it should be.
Yeah. So you want to feel like you're swinging. You want to feel like you're hitting the inside of the ball.
Okay.
So instead of trying to hit the back of the ball square, you got to get it in the zone though.
Okay.
Instead of trying to hit the back of the ball, try
So
and
we're
feel like
here, but I'm coming here.
Yes. Look at that. That's a draw. Boom. Goodbye. That's on. That's on. Or it's over at least.
All right.
But you see how it's drawing.
Yeah. It just started wrong. So we were
221 total.
regular,
600.
weight,
Yep.
drop.
That's it. Turn, baby.
Get over.
Let's go. Oh.
All right.
Okay, so Koty actually got one close. He got it just right in that right bunker. I don't know if I can get there, to be honest with you today, but I'm going to take 3 shots and see. It'd be really impressive if you beat me on this, since you haven't really hit a draw before.
You got lucky.
No, that was a good shot. Okay. Go. Short. That's identical.
We're friends, man.
That's identical. Goes through the tree. It's a little short. Yep. Dang. Okay. Last one. That's it.
That'll do it.
Go in the hole. Go in.
Dude, come on.
Nice shot.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Wow. Well, hey, I can't think of a better way to end that video. That was cool. Hey, thanks for coming over. Thanks for, just letting the whole process be on the channel. It's so much fun, and we're thriving making content like this. So hope you had fun too.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thank you so much for watching, guys. We got a ton of great content. I know I say that every time, but we really do. I don't have Takomos coming in the mail, but I have something a little different coming in the mail next week that Alan, when I told him that I ordered them, was just like, you've got to be kidding me, man. But I'm excited for those, and we'll make a video pretty similar to this coming up here next week or the week after. So make sure you're subscribed as always. We're so close to 1,000 followers and subscribers, so hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on notifications for all the good content that we have coming up. We actually have some surprises coming up for our 1,000 subscriber reunion or 1,000 subscriber celebration, I guess, whatever we want to call it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Alan behind the camera, and he's like, I have no idea.
What do you call it?
Benchmark, goal of ours. So if you're not subscribed, we're trying to get to 1,000, and it may or may not involve a cool giveaway. I don't know. We may or may not have some merch coming out to start. Really cool. He's seen it. He's seen what we've got coming. It's cool. So anyway, whether you're reliving Rory's amazing weekend at Augusta, or you're going out and playing with your friends this weekend, make sure that you always
Keep them straight.